Okay, so we are now in step 21.3, which is all about adding tables, text boxes, charts, and pictures from files to slides. So you can add tables and simple charts to illustrate numerical data or trends. Just like in we talked about when you type a paper in Word, you can add tables and charts to represent your data. You can do the same thing in PowerPoint. So let's go ahead and get started by opening up step 21.3, which is titled Adopt a Dog. So the first thing we will do is go to File, Save As, and save this document as dogs1. Alright, so click on slide 1 if you're not already there, and click in your subtitle and simply type your first and last name. Go to slide 2 and notice our placeholders. We want to select the table, insert a table placeholder, and notice it brings up a little dialog box that allows you to determine the number of columns and rows you would like to add. Let's change our settings: 4 columns and 6 rows, and select OK, and notice it adds a table to our slide. So we will enter some data to our table as follows: name, tab, gender, tab, age, tab, breed, and then tab down to the second line, Sebastian. Tab is a male. He is young and a beagle. Tab down to the third line, and Marcy is female, a baby, and a Saint Bernard. Tab down to the fourth line. Snickers is a female, an adult, a Brittany Spaniel. Tab down to the fifth line. Marshall is a male, is young, and a terrier. And then on the last line we have Max is a male, is young, and a Siberian Husky. Okay, so after we have added all of our text to our table, click on your Insert tab and select a text box. And then notice as I move my mouse down on my slide, I have a cross hair to let me know I'm able to enter my text box. Click and drag the mouse, drag it down and over to create your text box. And in the text box, type "This list changes daily." And I can change the font to make it bigger, but let's just click outside right now and go to slide 3. So in slide 3, in your content placeholder, click on your insert chart button. And remember, we worked with charts in Excel and Word. You can also do it in PowerPoint as well. So let's select our first option, which is the clustered columns. So select that option if it's not selected and press OK. And notice we are now in a side-by-side screen. We have a picture of the cluster column chart in our PowerPoint, and we also have our Excel data that matches this information here. Notice we have 4 categories here. We have 4 categories here. We have series 1 through 3, series 1 through 3. So the Excel spreadsheet data actually matches the PowerPoint. So you'll see in just a second how that works. Let me enlarge my data so you can see. So the first thing I want to do is actually move my mouse over my D5 column to get the double arrow, and then click and drag it down to include row 6 in my selection. So now my data covers cells A1 through D6. Now this is sample data that we want to change to actually match up with the data in our PowerPoint. So where it says series 1, change that to baby, tab over, and notice baby was updated in my on my slide. Young, tab, and adult, and then click on category 1. So notice here my titles were all updated. So now I want to change my categories to 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, and 2013. For my data, add 45, tab over, and notice my bars are changing. They're being updated as I'm tabbing over to enter the data. 37, 2010 under baby, let's start with 52, 45, 39. Let me fix my 2001. 61, 59, 47. Under 2002, 79, 66, 64. And under 2013, we have 86, 71, and 72. So we now have our data that basically dictates the information on our chart. So in an Excel application window, we have our data in Excel, so we need to save our data to go with the information that we just created. So go to File, Save As, and in your Lesson 21 folder, save your Excel data as dog data and save it. Now, once you save it, you can close Excel, and it brought us back to a full screen for PowerPoint, and our data is still intact. Okay, so let's click on slide 5, and in the content placeholder on the left, find your picture placeholder, and we will insert a picture from file. So you should be in your data file, your lesson 21 data file, and you have photo files, and it knows to pull up only photo files. Notice I only have 3 files that came up in my lesson 21 because they're picture files. Select your photo 1 from your photo file, and you should have a picture of a dog inserted. And notice we have another placeholder above. Click there and enter Taffy. So in the content placeholder on the right, click Insert Picture from Picture File, and double click to enter the second photo. Isn't she cute? And in the content placeholder, name it Blue, and click out to accept. So we just went through a series of adding a table where we added our data. We added a smart chart that was connected to a Excel spreadsheet that allowed us to enter our data and save that data. And we also inserted pictures from files into our PowerPoint as well, using the proper content placeholders for each slide. Go ahead and save this step, and I will see you on the next step.